Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about my experience with the Michelin Pilot Sport 4 all-season tires. Now the reason I got these tires, if you haven't been following my channel, is because I decided to downsize and wheel from the OEM 19-inch stock wheels from Subaru. So we went from a 19-inch wheel to an 18-inch wheel. The tire size we downsized to is a 265 35 18. We are coming from the stock OEM Yokohama summer tires, which were 245 35 19. So we downsized in diameter and we went a little bit wider in width on the wheel, now that the wheel is a 9.5 instead of an 8.5. And I just want to talk about my experience, with both of those tires. Right now, I have about 800 miles on these Michelins. And so I think I'm at a pretty good point where I could talk about, the differences in feel. And so with that being said, let's get started. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is the overall ride quality. The ride quality is significantly improved with these new tires, and I think it's just because there's a little bit more sidewall with the 265s, but the ride quality is a lot smoother. However, one of the downsides of that is it does feel a little bit more squishy in hard cornering, but overall the car still handles great. It still handles like an STI. The steering doesn't feel numb or anything like that, so it still has the handling characteristics of an STI. It's just a little bit softer, which, like I said, makes for a softer ride quality, but a little bit more squishy in the corners. Now, as far as grip goes, in the dry, I think the Yokohamas and the Michelins are very similar. Now, and I think that's a good thing because the Yokohamas were a summer tire and these Michelins are an all-season. So in the dry, I think they are about pretty equal, which is a good, and that's a plus for the all-season Michelins. However, in the wet, this is where these Michelins really shine because it just grips and grips and grips. The stock Yokohama summer tires, at times it would understeer, especially in hard corners, but so far I have not been able to get the car to understeer with these all-season tires, whether it's in the dry or in the wet. So that's a big thumbs up for the Michelin all-season tires. The braking, like you just saw there, is pretty similar to the OEM, which is good. I don't feel like it's significantly better or worse than the OEM Yokohama tires. These Michelins are just a little bit softer, but they grip a lot better in all conditions, which to me is a plus, especially as I'm not really planning on taking this car to the track or anything. At least not at this moment. Later down the line, if I do, I will definitely get a better set of tires for that. But for the purposes I have for this car, I think that the Michelin Pilot Sport 4 all seasons are the best tire that you can get for a daily driven STI. From what I've heard, these Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, the all season version that I have about 80, maybe 85% of the performance of the all seasons. The summer tires, which are the 4S. And to me, I just don't want to deal with having to change out the tires every single season. Obviously I know that summer tires will work better in the summer weathers, and the winter tires will work a lot better in the winter. But I don't want to deal with the hassle of having to change out tires. Plus, I live in an area where You know, in the morning it might be 35 degrees, but by the afternoon it might be 55 degrees. So it's like, it's really hard to get like a consistent temperature around here. And so I don't want to have to experience the downsides of either summer tires or winter tires in anything that's not for their intended you know, weather purposes. And so that's why for me, and the key word is for me, I like the all seasons the best. Another option that I considered is the Continental DWS 06, which is Continental's high performance all season tire. I hear that those are a little bit better in the snow and in the winter because of just the way that the tread is positioned in the middle of that tire, but it isn't as good as these Michelins in the, you know, the dry or the warmer weathers. So that's ultimately why I decided to go with the Michelins. Going over potholes is still a little bit harsh, but it's nowhere near as harsh as the OEM wheel and tire size. So overall, I'm really pleased with the performance and the comfort of the Michelin Pilot Sport 4 all seasons. I think these are rated for about maybe like 40 or 50,000-ish miles. So I'll be curious to see, you know, how well these hold up over time. I don't anticipate myself needing any new tires in the near future, but you know, if any issues do arise, I will certainly point that out in one of my videos. Anyways, just wanted to make a quick video about my thoughts on the Michelin Pilot Sport 4 all seasons. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.